Good evening, everybody. It says there's 5 people. I'm here. Hope you guys are too. I see Bob is. Bob, I was watching that, and I didn't. I never did see a countdown on that. It said waiting for Moslock, and that was about it. Ron C, Sky Carl. Hey guys, glad you could make it. Um, Ghost even here. This is Friday. Bill, Bob and I discussed that, and I'm hoping not. You're on here. That's good. I mean, everybody that's on here is good. So basically, yeah. Hey, DB's here too. Jeez, old Pete. Everybody's stopping in. That's great. Like I say, can everybody hear me? I had problems with this microphone earlier, and yeah. I was gonna make a little thing out of that, but I haven't done it yet. I downloaded that video, so thank you, Carl. Appreciate that information. I guess everybody can see me. I've got a light up here somewhere. Let me turn it off and see what the difference is here. Yeah, you can see that makes quite a bit of difference. I think it's better with it on. Uh, yeah, better on exactly. Where's the popcorn? Well, DV, you might check your kitchen. If you get microwave popcorn like I do, that's probably where it's at. Oh, goodness gracious. Wasn't expecting this overwhelming thing, but I'm glad it happened. I uh, I have me some things up here on top that you can't see or that I can't see now. Uh, Basically, to give me a reminder of what I want to talk about, things like that, and trying to get those set up to where I can see those and I can still see everything else going on. And so that's what I'm trying to do. If you was wondering, there you go. Now I got it. All right, I think I got it now. All right. So what the deal is? I think everybody's on here. What the deal is? Yeah, the radio live did not go well. You guys all know that, and some of that has to be a fault of YouTube itself, basically for whatever it did or didn't do to cause the problem, and so that is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no remedy for it as far as you know it happened, and that's that. Uh, Now for the radio, that's my problem. Um, and I really don't know yet, and I'm waiting to hear from you guys on what you think the problem could be. You saw the video earlier where we went through and uh, measured things and found out basically we're conducting electricity through the circuit, and other than that, I don't have a scope hookup right at the moment because I have an HP signal generator sitting there, and so that's kind of out of the question. Yeah, that's it, Ron. You got it. Old RW Bob up there, Radio Wild, he likes this hat. I bought that. I don't know if you guys remember the story, but I bought that a couple years ago when we went camping, and I had forgotten a hat, didn't have one, so I went to Dollar General, and this thing popped up, and I thought, oh, my son will love that. And he did. He thought it was good. Anyway, so like I said, the circuit. I got you guys speak up, speak your mind on this. I mean, I'm happy to hear any suggestion. Jim Newman this afternoon said something about the AVC. AVC probably not that important as far as. Hey, Stephen, how you doing? Yay, Mason Fox. Hey, how you doing? Anyway, there's there's no AVC there. I mean, that's developed in the detector, as most of you guys know, and so there's no voltage there, and it doesn't really get developed where we've got it. It's just like I say, it's floating there and not really being used for anything. So um, again, you guys have questions or whatever as far as the build on that. I am in the process of converting it back over to the metal chassis that it was originally installed on, and that should go well. And I don't know if it's going to make any difference or not, but other than that, I really don't know. All of the coils checked out, and I was telling Bob that the only I've got two more two portables like that, and no, I don't, Mason. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't usually save those, and the ones I do have, I generally basically um, make things out of. I use them. So sorry. Uh, like I said, the other part is the I was where I was talking about. Um, anyway, the we have everything as far as the circuit is concerned, and I don't really understand how putting it on there. Silly thought. Have you mounted it on an old PC? Um, short of no, I again we checked all that stuff. Um, Bob had me measure resistance between certain points, and he said he didn't see any problems. So I don't know. Okay, always. The size of my shop is not very big. It's in my bedroom. If I had to guess, it's probably half the width of the bedroom as far as the length of it is, and maybe I'd say 6 feet at the widest point, and that's including my cabinets and things like that. So that's about as big as that is. Yeah, Stephen, that's like I say, that's is what it is. I don't know what else to do. We've checked everything. It didn't work. I didn't. The only thing I didn't check, and that's the oscillator. I wish I would have had a AM radio handy that I could have put in there and heard if the oscillator was working. Something was making that tube conduct. I mean, obviously, we had 50, I think 54 volts on the grid, not the uh, control grid, but the suppressor or whatever it is grid, and then 70 volts on the what do you call it on the plate. So yeah, no, don't know anything about. I don't have any HO layouts or anything like that. Um, like I said, I don't really know anything about that, Mason. I'm sorry. But anyway, like I say, getting back to that, I have it's it's the only thing I can figure. It has to have something to do with that circuit board that I put that on, and it's just I can't think of anything else it could be. I started to talk about I was telling Bob that the other two portables that I have an extra stage. They have an RF stage. It's a 1T4 before the 1R5, and that probably works better. But that there's several radios out there that have just the 1R5. The one that I watched a Rick McWhorter video recently that had exactly the same circuit that I'm working on, and he was showing the voltages on it. His voltage on, I believe, the suppressor grid was non-existent basically, and he traced that down to a open resistor. But I've got all that, and as far as I know, it should be working. One of the things I did not mention before on the video this afternoon, or actually this morning, is the fact that I did fire up the HP signal generator, and I had two frequencies that I tried it on. I tried 455. I could hear in the signal tracer, I could hear the tone, But after we got to looking at it, it turns out the tone was just coming through basically into the signal generator or into the signal tracer, and wasn't even the radio wasn't even on. So, and I said I did the same thing with a 1 megahertz signal. Same thing. It didn't really come through the radio. It was just the signal tracer was just picking it up out of the air. So that is what it is, I guess. But so it's not really going anywhere apparently. And the only other thing I can think about is maybe that antenna, the way I've got it mounted. I did. There's no short in it. I checked the resistance. It's not shorted. Oh, excuse me. I had to have a little drink. But anyway, that's that. So if anybody else doesn't have any ideas on that, I guess we're just going to have to basically go ahead. I'll take this weekend and try to put it together and see if that has anything to do with anything. Uh, yeah, I know George. Yeah, I know him real well. He's one of my basically one of my mentors. uh, that's a good idea, Bill. That reminds me of another funny story. I just found uh, in one of my boxes over here that was going to be thrown out a big piece of perk board that I had ordered and I forgot. I guess I left it in the bottom of the box. But using the AM radio to check the oscillator is a good idea. Yeah, it is, Carl, and I'm going to do that when I get this rebuilt onto the metal chassis. If anything, going to make this work, that should be it because it gives you a ground plane for one thing, and it's back in the original form it was in, and so that's just like I say, it's probably the best way to do it. Anywho, that's pretty much it. I'm going to try to rebuild that radio and onto the chassis. I've got it cut down as you saw in the video, and I think it'll be sufficient for what I want. And I get the oscillator coil. Now the oscillator coil did measure good, and like I said, I didn't get to measure the tickler coil because it's only a one-ended coil. It just goes in there and basically excites the uh, causes the regeneration on the oscillator is all it does. So that's good. Anywho, that's a wonderful thing. So happy about that. Like I said, the uh, fuzzy dies. Well, those are always handy to have. Uh, Getting on back to the other, like I say, um, I do have another build coming up as far as something I'm working on, and I've got a clue for you. And anybody that can tell me, from this clue, this is a project box. And I'll even give you the name of it. It's a Hammond 1593L project box, and that's what the project will be mounted in. And you guys can sort that out amongst yourself. Um, that's like I said, that's something coming up as well. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like old cars and stuff like that, but like I say, I don't have. I shouldn't say I don't have time. I have time to work on mine, but I don't work on it because I don't get around as good as I used to, and it's just a pain to me to get out there in the garage and do anything to it. So, fuzz pedal for your guitar. That's a good one, Carl. It's not it though. More in line with what I work on and things like that. Uh, so that's going to be going on. I have some questions to myself as far as you guys are concerned. I know I've gotten into this live video here lately a lot, and yeah, that's a good project that George's been working on. He's having a lot of problems getting that working, but it is a good project, and hopefully he'll get that going pretty good here soon. I think he's got too many chains on it though. That's one of the problems with it. But like I say, some of the I'm questioning the fact that am I doing too many of these live videos? Do you guys like these videos, or would you rather me go back to the regular kind of videos? And like I said, I don't mind either way. I was just trying this out to see if it's something I would be interested in doing. I'm not really much one for reading comments. Thank you, Mason. Appreciate that. And like I said, I just kind of wondered if everybody, my regular viewers, kind of like this, and if they do, I'll keep doing it. If not, it's not a big deal to me, one way or the other. Um, so, like I say, that's just kind of a question for you guys if you want to think about it. Um, upcoming stuff. I don't know the things that are coming up. Uh, Probably if I do another live video, it's going to be out in the car and a driving video. I'm going to try that, see how that works, and with my phone just to see how it works. I don't know how long it'll be. I don't know how long. See, I don't know how the bandwidth thing works on the phone. I don't know if it's still going to record it to the phone. If it does, I've only got a certain amount of memory that I can use, as we discovered the other day when I played around with it. Yeah, I don't think George is watching. He's not saying nothing if he's watching. Anyway, so like I say, I think it probably doesn't. It uses more bandwidth as far as data is concerned with the phone, but that phone has unlimited data. But yet, at the same time, it is anybody that has unlimited data knows that you can use up to a certain amount, and then it scales back or uh, pushes back, whatever you want to call the limit, that you can use. So, anywho, that's once a week, Bill. Okay, I appreciate that vote. And is there anything besides this Friday flap type video that you'd like to see? I mean, did you guys enjoy the one I did on the radio? I mean, was that something you like to see? I know I got the idea from some of these guys like Derek over at Vice Grip Garage, and people like that do things. Not so much him, but the restored guys. They're trying to get that car running on live camera, which is a pretty good thing. Uh, so they got egg on their face the first time, but they're still at it. So I guess it still works out for them. But they've got mega people on their channel too. I don't want to I don't know that I can do that kind of stuff. But so like I say, that's just an idea as far as I'm floating out there. Any other questions you guys have on stuff that's going on here on my part of it, as far as what am I doing, what I'm up to, what's coming up on the channel, anything. There's 10 of you guys here, and like I say, I'm hearing from one or two. Um, so, Ron, let me ask you a question. Have you got that radio done yet? What's happened with the channel master? I'm curious. Oh, okay, Mason. There you go. Your pizza would be good. I already had my supper, and I'm just drinking a glass of tea to quench my thirst and hopefully not have to cough so much. Oh, Lordy. That's that. Well, let's see. What else was we talking about here? I really didn't have anything kind of a. I had chili um, out of a can, not the good stuff, but just chili out of a can, and put some noodles in it, and not noodles, but spaghetti and some crackers, and that's kind of my supper. I kind of like that supper. Uh, Good question, Stephen. Um, the It is sitting on my dryer at the moment. On my way out to the garage, I had part of it in the garage, and part of it's on the dryer. Um, Weather kind of turned bad. Of course, I've just been sitting there since the weather was good. But yeah, that's the one, Bill. And yeah, we all seen it work though. We did get that far, so that was the main thing. My main goal was getting it working, and we did that. Got it working. And the cabinet thing, I'm not big on the cabinets. I'm not a restorer. Anybody that knows me knows that, and I'm just not into cabinet restoration, things like that. I like the electronics part of it. And so, like I said, we did get that part done. And at some point, I will get out there and actually work on it. I'm going to take what was it, the lacquer thinner, I believe, put that in a spray bottle and spray it down really good. That was Gary's suggestion. No, no cardboard, Bill. Don't worry, that's not it. But anywho, like I said, that's my plan is to do that. And like I say, if you guys don't, you can't see where I'm at and things like that. But Lexi did some cleaning and put a lot of stuff out there, and I have to practically tiptoe to get out to my garage now. And in fact, I've been meaning to go out there and put my battery charger back on the Buick so that it's going to be able to, maintain that battery. I don't want to have to go through that again, and I don't think I could go through it again. Uh, yeah, that's the one. That's the wooden Philco with the little roll top case. It's a nice case. I like it, and the radio sounded good when I had it playing. No problem there. I'm just not a big cabinet type restorer. I've got a Magnavox console stereo sitting here in my living room that's been waiting for me to do the cabinet. Just putting Howard's Restore on it's all I've got to do, and I still haven't done it. You got two hippos. I got an elephant in the backyard. No, I know what you're talking about. Um, yeah, those are cool. I think old radios are cool. I like all of them. Yeah, you don't want one for Christmas. We had a girl at the post office saying it every Christmas, and I just it drive you crazy because she keeps singing and singing. Anyway, so anyway, that's stuff like I say is I'm working on, but that like I say that Magnavox sitting there. The best old radios are hot, stolen. Lights up. Okay, well, that's good. That's it. Yeah, I've got some vinyl records myself, and I play them on my Fisher stereo here once in a while. Uh, Vacuum tubes. Okay. I didn't know if you meant hot or hot. You guys are funny tonight. I'll say that much. Uh, as far as me flapping, don't I'm getting a lot of flapping done. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are too. Um, Anywho, that's the thing that I have to do is buckle down and do things. Hot because they're shorted. Okay, well, we don't want those shorts. Somebody had when I had my first shop, and me and another guy. That was going to be our slogan. Let us fix your shorts. And we didn't get it done. We got kind of poo pooed by the owner of the building. He said, "No, you're not going to name it that." That's okay. I don't have that many, but I've got quite a few. I've got the bottom of my stereo cabinet full. But like I said, they're just old records that I collected when I was a teenager. And so, Audra, Andra, Aundra, Andra. Hi, Andra. I hope you're feeling better. It sucks to be sick. I can tell you that. Um, either Bob is texting me or something here. Oh, I bet you it's somebody else. Huh. I don't know why I got that. Oh well. Um, yeah, I do, Mason. I did some videos on the one. I've got ones on the Philco or not Philco, but the Magnavox as well as the Fisher with the Pioneer turntable. Uh, I don't know exactly offhand. I'd have to look back into it. It's they're kind of old, and so like I say, it's just I don't know. It's just stuff that I've done over the. There's a time when I'd make a video on it. I didn't really care what it was. I, I I made a cabinet here on my for my stereo stuff, and never did even make a video on that yet. But like I say, I'll try to think about it doing that one of these days and get it done. But you know how it works. You get an idea about doing that. More of an old farts club. I mean, I didn't see that before, DB, but yeah, that's exactly what this is. And we got the old farts to prove it. Oh, Lordy, this is got 12 now. Jeez, oh Pete. Been on for 24 minutes. 25 actually. I got to have another drink. Buddy, have a drink. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. You're late, Pat. Well, that's true. We've been on for 25 minutes. Where you been, man? I was hoping Dave could make it. Dave, up there your way, and he said something he tried, but he didn't get to. I think he woke up at 3. I told him, I said, Bob woke up at 3:30. He said, you guys should have had a party. Kind of hoping Greg could make it too, but Greg hasn't made it as of yet that I can see. Um, oh Lordy. So anywho, that's what's going on here. Oh, okay. Well, them things. Talking to your lover, your sweetheart, I should say. Uh, I understand that. Like I say, that's stuff. Even friends, I mean, I understand. It's just you have. I had Lexi sitting here for the longest time. I kept telling her, I said, at 7:30, I'm going to do this live thing, and she just sits there and talked and talked and talked. Finally, she got off, and went to Walmart. So I don't know if she'll come in the middle of this or not. Working on his RCA. Okay, well, maybe I don't know. Um, so, like I say, he's a worker. He's a true restorer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not one of those. I don't restore things. I enjoy my enjoyment comes from getting it working again electronically, and that's just my as far as the way it looks, it can be sitting in a box, a cardboard box. Bill knows that. It can be sitting in a cardboard box for all I care, as long as it plays good. That's all I care about. And again, like I say, that's one of the reasons my approach to working on things is a lot different than the guys that restore things. They'll take and meticulously measure, ohm out all the coils and things like that. And not me. I'm going to plug that thing into the Variac and monitor the dim bulb and the current, and we're going to tune for maximum smoke. But that's one of the difference between a restorer and a technician, I guess is what it's called. But just like I say, that's my interest. My happiness comes from getting that thing working. Whether no matter what it is, transistor tube, I don't care. As long as we get it working. That's one of the things that bugs you too when you have a situation like this hybrid radio. There's no real reason that shouldn't work. Um, Unless there is a problem with something. But I did test the tube, tested the coils now, and everybody said I should have tested to begin with, but really didn't make any difference in this case. But they're all working fine. I'm going to hook it, like I say, I'm going to hook it back up to this metal chassis. If that doesn't bring it around, then I will have an AM radio next time also, and we will see, we will hear if the oscillator is working or not. Waiting on the stimulus check to get my new oscillator. No, not my new oscillator. My new oscilloscope. I want to get that digital one that Rick McWhorter has. I like that a lot, and I think he's liking it too. I'm kind of waiting to see if he's. It's sitting out in the laundry room at the moment, Bill. It'd take a lot to get it back in here and to hook it up and everything like that. But yeah, I've got other radios. It's not the only one I've got. You guys, do you remember the Japanese radio I bought a long time ago? What was it, the Sensei? And I repaired that and got that working, and that's in there. I could bring that in there. Also, I have another Sensei. I bought another one, and I don't really know if I've done a video on that yet or not, but I want to because it doesn't work. And you know how I like things that don't work. So hoping to get that up on the bench soon and get that working on that, and that will be a good project because those are always funny or not funny, but they're always fun to work on because you don't have any. Well, there's George. Hi, George. Didn't mean to cough on you like that, but oh, Lordy. Appreciate you stopping by, George. I thought you'd be out there working on the goofy cart or the Tennessee sweet tea. Is that what it is? I can't remember. I think that's the name of it. But always happy to see you stop by. I'm up late. Oh Lord, it's what time is it? 8 o'clock. Yeah, that's. I guess that's late for some people. I've been getting up a lot earlier. I noticed that because my granddaughter she leaves at 4:30, I think, in the morning, and she generally wakes me up. Oh, good. We'll see a video then. I've been waiting on a video for a while on that, and hoping you can get it fixed. I was telling Mason that I was thinking maybe you have a few too many chains on that. But I understand. You got your idea on how it should go, and that's great. Okay, well, whenever you get to make it. I guess I did see something from you the other day, didn't I? Something about something in Tennessee. I can't remember now. I have no memory for anything. So, anywho, that's pretty good stuff. Um, like I say, the Filca or the Sensei that I was going to be working on doesn't work. I did put it up on the bench and just plug it in like I always do, and tried that and see if I could get it going. Working on the lathe. Okay, well, that would be a handy thing to have, I'm sure. You guys that do your own fabricating and things like that, all those kind of tools would be great. Welding, all that stuff. I wish I could weld. That's probably the most desirable thing I'd like to do as far as working on cars and things. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Glad you could join us. Um, so everybody's here now. We got 13 people. Excuse me. So like I say, this is the Friday Flap live, and so for anybody that's just joining us, we've talked about a great number of things, mainly to deal with the live debacle that we did on the hybrid radio and how that didn't work and how YouTube messed it all up. And yeah, I'm sure I can too, George. It's just a matter of knowing what to set the welder on and stuff. I don't I see people all the time talking about burn through metal and stuff like that. But I think that the welders have gotten better, especially with the wire welders. I think they're much easier to use than the old stick welders were. So, like I said, that's I'm gonna try it one of these days if I live that long. I would like to take a fender off that Buick and do a patch on it and where the rust is, where they all rust out there down on the lower fender part by the door. And both sides of my Buick is like that. There's places there they're not rusted through on all of it, but they are somewhat rusted. So I do want to do that. Like I said, it's just you know how me and that Buick is. I don't get a lot done on it. I've got all this stuff to do, and it's sitting right there. Um, the window channels, and I wasted all that time during the summer that I just sat here and did nothing. Could have been out there working on that. Yeah, that's the thing I don't understand though, George. Is they have settings. I'm sure you can turn it this way and you can turn it that way. I don't really understand what one means to the other as far as and I don't, I doubt that I would have a gas welder to start with. I might eventually go that route, but I just the flux core would be all I'd want to use. And I know you've done some flux core welding yourself. I've seen some videos on that. So, oh, the charts are on the side of the machine. Well, there you go. That would be handy. Um, so it's basically the gauge of the steel. Then I guess the thickness of the steel that you're trying to weld is what they go by. I've always wanted to try that Harbor Freight. They're real cheap when they have for like $79 when they're on sale or whatever. So that's yeah, I'm going to try it one of these days. It's going to be obviously during the summer, but it's going to have to be a 110 type anything. I'm not going to install 220 voltage for anything. So yeah, that's what I've heard too. I've watched a lot of videos on welding and things like that, George, and you know I don't care about the messy. I really don't. I know people say, well, but you got to clean all that off, and I understand that, but that's not a big deal to me. I just soon have that as have to fuel full with the gas, get that regulated and stuff like that, and you know if I was a professional type welder or something, oh I would do that, but I'm not. So yeah, Pat, uh, not for the shop. you know, it's for the car, but it's for the garage, I should say. But yeah, I'm gonna get one when they. I've been watching the sales at Harbor Freight. They don't have the little um, flyers they send out anymore. The catalogs, you kind of do it all online, and it's kind of hard to catch them. But there's like about maybe once or twice a year, probably get down to around $80 for the flux core welder uh, for Harbor Freight. Now I know it's not the best, but if you're going to try to learn on something, you don't want to go out and buy the best one you can get. I wouldn't think you would because if you suck at welding, you're stuck with an expensive welder then. So anyway, yeah, that's the deal. One of these days I will weld, and I have welded before. It's kind of a funny story. I probably told this story, but when I worked as a guard, this is back when I was first married, and I worked as a security guard at the Alice Chalmers plant, Norwood, Ohio, across from the GM plant there, if anybody knows. But they they had carts, they had tool carts. They're little golf carts, is what they were. And the guards and I, the other guards and I, we kind of got used to taking on our rounds. We'd grab one of those golf carts and ride it around and do this. Well, one thing leads to another, and you back it up and you put it forward, and it pops a wheel. Well, we did that and broke a wheel off. So I learned to weld really quick and got the little ears on the that held the wheel on. Got that done. So I see Lexi's just pulled up, so that'll be fun. Uh, Catch up on this. I did a lot of welding, goof cart, and flux core. Did you? Well, that's good. Like I said, I don't think it's a big deal. I think a lot of people make a big deal out of it, but I don't think it's a big deal. Well, that's cool, Mason. I'm glad to hear that. Learn as much as you can from your grandpa because they won't be around forever for one thing. So yeah, I had put a floor in my Buick, Pat, and they I had my brother-in-law Jim from down in Lexington, Kentucky. He brought his welder up and welded it in for me, and I was glad he did. I probably could have used that for a learning experience, but I really wanted that floor in there pretty good, and he's been welding. He's got hot rods and things too, and he's been welding for quite a while, so I just had him do it. My son welds also. I could get things welded if I need them welded. Of course, he's usually pretty busy, but yeah, that's it's a '61 LeSabre four door, or I called it a flat top. It's got a 364 with a Dynaflow in it, so it does run and drive. Uh, Not great, but it does. So, anywho, that's there's some videos on my channel on it. The work we did, Lexi and Kylie both have helped me work on it and done work on it and things like that. Of course, it's when they were younger. Couldn't get them to touch it these days, but of course, Kylie's married and Lexi's got a baby, so I understand. Oh, Mr. Heidman, how you doing? Morning. Yeah, exactly. Morning is right. How's things up in the Northeast up there? Are they pretty good? Are you keeping a lid on the action up there? Well, that's good. I think you did mention you had a little cold thing going, didn't you? I'm about over mine. I still got that cough, but I can't shake it. Just seems to hang on and hang on. My granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, she's got the COVID. She's not really having a problem with it, other than I think she says it's like having a sinus infection. But damp, dreary, and rainy. Well, that sucks. We got it here. We got the first part of it, and we just got it in little waves. And I think it all kind of combined. By the time it got to Bob's house, I think Bob said the same thing. So that's good. I'm glad you see you're getting over it or hear you're getting over it. And like I said, mine just kind of hangs on. But it's not going to kill me. I don't think. But it's just a pain in the butt. Uh, yeah, Lexi's sitting out in her car. I don't know if she's not going to come in or what. But so I don't know if she even knows I'm doing this. I guess she does because I've got this big light here pointed up at me. So that's got to be kind of a clue. Uh, so, well, we've been on here for almost 41 minutes now, and talked about a lot. I don't know that I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about, but I guess I did. One more drink of tea. Now that'll help. You know that will. So, George, you was talking about welding on the Goopy cart. Um, so, let me ask you this: is there any difference in the strength of flux core and MIG type welder as far as using gas and things like that? Gas now, and correct me if I'm wrong, but gas is just the shielding. In other words, it's just it really doesn't do a lot for the welding itself, other than like cool it down or whatever. I don't know. That's what I'm kind of curious about. Uh-oh. Well, Bill, I'm sorry about that. I'm still perking along here pretty good. Uh, it's Friday the 13th. I don't know if y'all know that, but it is Friday the 13th. So that may be a problem. Hopefully not like the last time. MIG and flux are about the same as far as strength. Okay. The gas is for shielding, and it does keep the BBS down. What is the BBS? But yeah, that's what I kind of thought. Um, I know very little about welding, but like I said, you pick up things as you see other people. I watched Terry, Texas Viking, work on stuff. Of course, now his setup's completely out of my league. It's just never ever be that. BBs? Oh, okay, the little. Okay, I know what you're saying. Um, that's what you get from the flux core. That's splatter or whatever you call it. BBs. Yeah, okay, I got you. I'm thick, George, but I eventually get it. Yeah, well, see, there's another thing. MIG, TIG. Um, I understand that, but I don't know the difference. I mean, I know his setup is completely different than everybody else's that I watch. But is that for welding more different types of metal? I know he does a lot of aluminum and stuff that I don't know, stainless and things like that. Is that the difference there? Is that you have to do a TIG weld on stuff like that? I guess. Um, you know, but anywho, that's my my little application. Yeah, I know he does a lot of stainless. He works around those welding rigs down, or not welding rigs, drilling rigs down there in his part of the world. And like I said, he does a lot of work for them companies and stuff like that. He's a pretty much a specialty type of welder, I guess, but he's good at it. I know that. I wish I had half his skill. I'd be happier than a pig in slop. How's the chickens doing, George? They doing pretty good. Haven't seen nothing on those for a while. I know. Yeah, he is. Anybody that watches Aging Wheels and Underdone, he has both of those channels. He has chickens, and he's always putting them in his videos. Kind of funny. Well, there you go. That's the kind you want to see, is the kind that's laying them eggs, so you can have some good breakfast. So that'll be good. Anywho, So which came first, the chicken or the egg? And why did that chicken cross the road? Oh Lordy, I've gotten off on every tangent of a subject that I can think of. Uh, like I say, good, good. Oh yeah, I think you maybe you did mention that in a video or something. Having family, I've seen that somewhere. Maybe it was on Facebook. That might have been it. I don't get on Facebook a lot. I once in a while I peruse things and I'll make a comment now and then. That's about it. Not a big Facebook guy. Okay, well that's true. You're absolutely correct about that. So that kind of answers the question, doesn't it? So anywho, that's good. Like I said, I'm planning on working on this hybrid radio this weekend again for anybody that's just joining us, and I want to get that back onto the metal chassis and get that organized and get it a test again, hopefully next week. And I don't know that I'll do a live again. I don't know if I can risk that, but I will make a video on it, obviously. And Ron, are you still in there? Ron hadn't said nothing for a big long time. I think he took off. Bob, he must have went and took his nap early. I apologize if I miss a chat, something like that, because I'm I'm probably not paying attention like I should. But yeah, I did a little bit of a green screen on the old 64 goats video in his shop the other day. That didn't turn out great, but it worked out all right. I really still need a better green screen. I just don't have the green screen I want. So one of these days. Oh, there's Bob. Thought maybe you took a nap there, Bob. I appreciate you joining us, George. I really do. Hope you can get some videos out here soon. I always enjoy watching yours. And again, appreciate you stopping by. See ya. Yeah, this winter might be a good time to do that. So we'll see. Anywho, that's that. Bill, you still there? I know you said the video was crappy. Um, just curious, is what were you working on the other day? The uh, leaf blower. Is that still going on pretty good? Um, hope it is. The Echo. I know what you was working on the display. The display. Did that work out pretty good, Bill? On the art thing for the shop that Greg made for that oscilloscope front. That was. Are you still working on that? It's all this bandwidth we're wasting, I guess. I don't know. We had like 12 or 13 or 14 people, down to 9 now, but uh, yeah, it's not the best probably, but it is what it is. Yeah, because a few people left. I guess that's probably why. I don't know. Does that the way? Is it based on that or something? I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's Jim was making. I remember now. Um, Jim's a pretty good guy to do that, and that little buck converter that I got coming, it's supposed to be here I think next week. But they would do the same thing and put a 3.3 volt output. That's the one Bob recommended. Now the one I've got already is actually adjustable and you can adjust it down. But Bob says it may be a little more noisy for radios and things. So we don't know. We'll have to see. I'm curious to see how Jim's works, and if that works pretty good. And I think you're using a linear power supply for that, aren't you, Bill? You're not using a switching. Hey, Marty's here. Marty with the party. Welcome, Marty. Yeah, that's what I thought. It is adjustable. Okay, that's good. So you can actually adjust it down to 3 volts instead of 3.3 if you wanted to. Howdy, howdy. Gonna have to get Wally in here one of these days. He hasn't tuned in, I don't think. Of course, Wally's a busy guy. You know, he's got all those chainsaw parts up there in Michigan, and I was going to tell him how the people in Michigan seem to be a lot hardier than us people down here in Indiana. It gets a little bit chilly, like he was talking about. Garage 60, 64, I think, and then it's 60 in my garage, and I won't go out there. It's just too cold for me. This is the way I am. I've always been kind of cold natured, I guess. Chainsaws and furniture. That's true. He's always into something. That's the busiest one guy who doesn't really work, if you know what I mean. He is. He's just always into something, doing something, selling something, and that's a good thing. I mean, you know, I'm sure it is. But he's always got something going. And have you been to see him lately, Marty? You brought him a cheese roll, or what is it? A cheese roll? I can't remember what it is. I know it's some kind of roll that you bring him. Maybe it's wrong. Pork roll. That's it. He loves those. I know that. But that's quite a drive. I know that for because I'm going to be visiting Bob here more long, and I know and Bill, and that's going to be a good drive. That's going to be a nice drive. Bill, if you're still out there, we're planning on visiting you maybe in May, given if everything is open back up as far as this COVID thing is um, going. You know how that is. I'll just here because of China. Because of China? Okay, well, so I didn't know that they had a lot to do with it, but maybe it's because of the COVID. Is that what you're saying, China? I'm guessing. But so, like I said, it's just that's our tentative plans. I will go to Bob's. Like I say, we're going to go to Steamtown, do all that stuff, and then one day we're going to try to ride over and see you. And Bill, you're doom and gloom. You got to believe a little bit there. Come on, man, get some positivity going there. I know what you mean. I really do because, like I said, my granddaughter's got it now, and it's just I'm really getting tired of it. To tell you the truth, I am. Um, I don't know that that really does anybody any good. But hey, Steve, how you doing? Maybe summer 2021. Well, if we had to wait till the summer, I would do that. I think Bob's willing to also. But yeah, good night, Bob. I, I got a call from the nursing home the other day. Said she had head lice. How how do you do that in a nursing home that you can't? Nobody comes in to visit. I mean, it has to be brought in by the staff. That's the only way it can be brought in. You know, not much you can do about it. But it's crazy. I tell you what, she's doing all right. I talked to her. Let's see, it's been a week or so ago, I think, and she wanted me to come visit. And I've been sick. You guys know that, and I can't very well go and do that. So, and then when you do go, you got to wear a mask, and she's got to wear a mask. Got to stay away from me, 6 foot or whatever, and she's not even going to know me. I know she's not, but yeah, she's all right. Like I said, she's for her age, I guess she's okay. But yeah, so that doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. And like I said, the only way now because no, there you can't really visit. I mean, the only way you can bring stuff like it in is through the staff. Crazy. Are you leaving, Marty? Marty with the party is going to have a party by himself. Oh, okay. He's talking to whoever's leaving, I guess. Bob, are you leaving? Is that what the deal was? Or Mr. Heidman, maybe you're leaving. Somebody's leaving. I can't keep up. See, what's that old joke about C and Psy? Mom used to tell that joke a lot. used to think it was so funny. Well, let's see. I'm not going to go past an hour tonight, guys. So it has been 55 minutes now. So I'm going to start winding this thing down. Been enjoyable for me. Again, let me know if you don't want to do it on here. I understand. Uh, but let me know some way if you don't like these videos. You do like these videos. Bill put his vote out there for once a week. So uh, the way I'm looking at it, it's going to be something like this, or the radio or the repair. I like to do a repair video online or live, and I think that would be kind of fun. And well, that's good. But I think I'm about to have a lick because I can't. I'm losing my voice for one thing, and this coughing. I haven't coughed all day long. Now that's the truth, and of course I haven't talked all day long either, and that has a big part of it. So uh, I did put my my heated blanket, back on the bed last night because it was down in the 30s, and I thought, well, I think it's time. I think it might be time to put that back on there. So I slept pretty good last night, nice and warm, all tuckered out from working on a car. What car you been working on, Marty? Steve, that's coming up. I don't know when. Uh, I don't know that I'm going to do another live hybrid radio after the last one. I don't think I can do another one of those. But I will do some kind of repair video. Maybe we'll see. If you guys give me an idea, I'll do it. You know me, I'm willing to do any kind of video. Kenny, nice seeing you all here, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I haven't been commenting on your videos much. Of course, I'm not a big uh, live stream type of guy, except for when I've been doing these. But I have been watching. So Corolla. Hey, I know what them look like. You, I might get out there and have a breakdown. You might have to come work on my car, Marty. Um, how's the weather out there in sunny Las Vegas? Pretty good. Or are you back in LA, or what are you doing these days? I think you're still in Vegas, aren't you? 70s. That's better than what we had. We had low 50s. I think it struggled to get there, but it was sunny. I'll say that much. Yeah. Okay. Well, can't be Shangri La all the time, I guess. Of course, you guys got a lot of heat out there in the summer. I know that. Pat, you're up there in Canada, man. You that's like Miami Beach weather to you, and it's 40s. Uh, oh, did you? I didn't see that. Did I miss that, or have you said anything about it? Well, congrats on that, man. I appreciate that's neat. Cool bean, man. Oh, you. Anyway, I am 58 now. Gonna get off here. You guys really appreciate everybody that stopped by and appreciate everybody in the chat. I like I said, it makes me feel wonderful that you guys are like to talk enough to stop by and listen to my droning on about nothing. Uh, thanks, Marty. And like I say, I'm going to get off here, and I've got to get back to work on that hybrid radio, getting that changed over to the chassis, to the metal chassis, and that's what I want to be doing. Thank you, Kenny. Appreciate that. Yeah, that probably would be nice. I guess YouTube has some kind of special meaning to YouTube about that. But I'll see you, Steve. Have a good one. Um, everybody, like I say again, everybody that's on the chat, appreciate you all stopping by. Again, good night. Have a wonderful tomorrow, and we will talk to you all later.